Hello YouTube, do you know what's gonna happen today? That's where we left last time. So today we are gonna do the steering wheel, I'm gonna subdivide and I'm gonna get the model ready for the next tutorial where I'm gonna texture every single thing from the interior. Let's get into it and let's do it fast because I want to move very good with what's happening inside here, as I can finish the modeling part and just do anything with the materials. So I'm gonna do the steering wheel. Let's do it. I'm gonna move here. Now I'm gonna take these three bad boys. I'm gonna press Shift D, then P to separate the selection. Now we have another object here. I'm gonna reselect them, then extrude. I'm going on Z axis, and that's gonna be until, let's say, this point. This is a good point to go to. Then let's see, I'm gonna put an edge loop somewhere around here. Maybe I'm gonna press G twice and I'm gonna move it around this area. I'm gonna select these two polygons because I don't like how large this shape is. Scale on Y axis around here. I guess that's fine. That's pretty good. And now let's add another edge loop around this area, like that. And why that? Because I want to select this polygon and hit G and Z. So I'm gonna go on Z axis, up like this. Then with that, I'm gonna select these three polygons, Shift D, P, selection, and that's gonna separate these polygons. Let's extrude them like that. Okay. I'm gonna go to edges by pressing 2, GZ, let's say around here. Now I'm gonna get this like a smaller distance for this shape, just like that. Let's say maybe I'm gonna scale also all the parts together, just like that. Then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select this polygon here, press Shift then S, and I'm gonna select this cursor to selected. That's gonna bring the cursor here, and I need that to get out of edit mode first. Then I'm gonna press Shift A, I'm gonna go to meshes, and for the meshes, I'm gonna go with a cylinder. I'm gonna get a cylinder right here. I don't need it to be this big. Let's say for the moment I'm gonna get 10 millimeters per depth. Maybe I'm gonna go with a bigger value, and I'm gonna rotate it on y-axis. I guess that's the fine one. Okay, 90 degrees for y-axis. Radius, let's say that's gonna be smaller. Let me take a look on the photos. Give me another photo like this one. So this photo looks pretty fine. What's happening with that? Like let's say, let's go with 60 millimeters, something like that. Okay, that's perfect. Then maybe I'm gonna leave 32 polygons for it, so I have enough polygons to extrude these arms around here and this arm around this area. Let's go with that. The space, it seems to be fine. Maybe I'm gonna get it a little bit further. Now for the depth, let's also adjust that 20 millimeters. Maybe that's a good amount. Or maybe we can go to something like 30, like that. GX. Okay, so that's fitting perfect. And now the mesh, Bob, as is named, is very helpful to give us an idea where the steering wheel should fit, as this is having a real world scale. It was helping us for the seat of the car and also for the steering wheel, as a human being needs to reach to the steering wheel, so I'm not getting it too close or too far away from the seat. It's just helping us more into finding out the exact proportions. Let me also save it. I'm gonna save it as, let's say, Let's just give it a name like that. Okay, so that's good. Already 5 minutes. Wait, the time is passing so fast on me. Like, the universe, does the universe know that I'm trying to move fast? Okay, let me just select these two polygons. I'm gonna insert the faces. Let me go into local view. And now what I'm gonna do, I need only one selected here. I'm gonna press M and select the center. That's gonna merge all the vertices in the center. Okay, now let me go to points. I'm gonna select this point, Shift S again, cursor to selected. That's perfect. What I'm gonna do with that, Shift A, then I'm gonna go to empty and let's put an empty arrow, something like that. That's gonna be perfect. Okay, now I will press B to select every single point from here and delete them, just like that. And now, why I've done that, in this way I can apply a mirror modifier. Let me just set it. Okay, I'm gonna go for y-axis. That's the axis, as we can see here, which it's on the totally other side. Of course, it's mirroring correctly because that's also the middle origin of the object, but we can play it safe by setting the empty object as the mirroring point. I'm gonna select also clipping. I'm gonna check that box. And now let me get also out of local view. Now that's helpful because as we can see, we are having these two arms there, like from the same object with the circle. And that's gonna be easier for me. Like I'm not gonna need to do the arms one by one. They're just gonna follow me. So let me select, let's say, these 4 points. I guess that's gonna be fine. That's gonna be enough. I'm gonna go on y-axis, let's say until this part. Maybe I can get another reference point for that, and that's gonna be, let's see, Taurus. Okay. Now I'm gonna get it smaller. Let me also set 90 degrees on y-axis as the rotation for it. Let's go with 10 millimeters for the radius of the circle, something like that. Let's see. So that seems to be good. Maybe I'm gonna get like 15. Hope that's like enough for it. Seems to be a good value. Okay. Maybe 1 second. Okay. We can go to something like 140 millimeters for the major radius, for the bigger radius of the torus. That's gonna be fine. Now I'm gonna move it a little bit backwards as the origin, the cursor was set here. So something like that. Okay, let's carry on. So I'm gonna move these polygons on y-axis around here. Let's say I'm gonna get them a little bit smaller. Let's say like that. When I press F. Okay. So that's good. Let me check again the photo. That's fine. I'm gonna scale them a little bit on y-axis, just like that. Let's say that's fine. Okay, let me select all the polygons from here, and I'm gonna scale them. Maybe the scaling is gonna happen around the 3D cursor, just like that. Maybe a little bit more, just like this. Let me insert the faces like this. I'm gonna select these 2 polygons here because we don't need them. And I'm gonna go to Edge Edit mode, GY. Okay, you go in the middle here. Let me select again the polygons from here, extrude, and I'm gonna be somewhere around here. That's a small detail that I'm giving to it. I'm gonna select this point and I'm gonna slide it around here, and this point is gonna be slide around here, just like that. Let's take a look. So that's getting a small angle around that area, which is just good. From here, I guess these 2 points are gonna be just fine for me. So extrude, z-axis, just like that. So I'm gonna get around here. Let me check once again the photo, just like that. So scale, medium point, scale on x-axis, let's say around here, just like that. I'm gonna scale on y just a little bit, just like that. Maybe I'm gonna move also a little bit on y-axis, just like this. Oh, get out of the way, like this. It was just getting inside my view. Okay, now let me go to edit mode. I'm gonna add an edge loop around here and one edge loop around here. Let me select these edges now, and GX, and I'm gonna go like this, where everything is getting in my view, just like that. That seems to be fine. Okay, now I'm gonna select the polygons here and the polygons from the other side. Let me just check. Okay, so all of these polygons, with all of these polygons selected, I'm gonna press I. That's gonna create an inset for the faces, just like that. I guess that's thick enough. I'm gonna move a little bit here the points. Let me see. So as it's visible around this area, or maybe, you know what? I just looked on the photo, so the torus from the steering wheel has to adjust based on this here. I'm gonna select all of the polygons here, like that, G, A, Y, around here. That. Okay, problem solved. Let's select back all of these polygons around here and the polygons on the other side, like this. I'm gonna press right click, then from loop tools, select bridge, just like that. What happened here? Why did you do that? Let's adjust some polygons. And why these points are here? Trial and error. Fixing problems, unexpected problems. Okay, let's select these points here. Do I have another polygon? Another point? I guess that's all. Like that. Or yeah, just like that. Okay, now let's do the same for this. Now being in the middle, we are gonna need to do the same as we've done with this part here. So I'm gonna insert the face, just like that. And now we need to select these polygons here. Again, we don't need them. Just like that, GY. Okay. I was ready to forget about the polygons on the other side. Just like that. Loop tools, bridge. Okay. Now we have to twist a little bit the things around here. Like that. Perfect. And we don't need the polygons in the middle. We still don't need them. Okay, let's take another look on the photos. So maybe I have a more detailed photo like that. So I see from this, I'm having this kind of a shape, and also here. So I will do that. Let me just, okay, we are already in polygon selections. So I'm gonna select this loop with this loop also, Shift D, then P to separate the selection. Let's separate that, just like this. Let's select all of the polygons, and if I select shrink flatten, okay, that's playing well. First off, I'm gonna press E to extrude, then I will apply the shrink flatten, just like that. Of course, we need to adjust some polygons, because G twice here and G twice here, just like that. Here everything plays well. Pretty good. Let's go into local view. That's gonna be just much easier for us to navigate the viewport. Just like that. Now we need to do some circles around here, just like that. So let's do them. I'm gonna do one edge loop around here, one edge loop here, one here, and I guess here that's fine. That's enough, or maybe I'm gonna put it here, just like that. Okay, so let's extrude. I'm gonna extrude, let's say, to this point. Then I'm gonna do the same with this one. Same goes with this one. Rest it 2 times. It's fine. It's just fine. Just like that. And now let's adjust the edges. So with both edges selected, if they are but they are not, I'm gonna select only one edge like that. I'm gonna slide around here, then around here. Let's do the same with this one, just like that. So I'm gonna make a small circle around this area, and that's gonna happen with all of the parts here, just like that. The good part, we don't have to do the same on the other side as it's mirror. And here is much easier because we need to do all of these actions just 2 times, because on the other side is gonna be automatically done by the mirror modifier. Okay, let's select the polygons around here, extrude until this point, let's say, and the same here. Okay, back to edges. I'm gonna select this edge around here, G twice for every single movement. That's gonna slide the edge, so we don't need to get the right point. If I press G once, that's gonna move in an unwanted way. Like, it is possible to move also on x-axis, and I don't want that. Okay, so let's slide, and the last movement, just like that. Let's take a look at the subdivided result. Also, that's getting me to remember that I'm not having a subdivide modifier on this part. Okay, I'm gonna disable for the moment the subdivide modifier, and I'm gonna add also on the middle part here the subdivide modifier. Where you are? Right here. Okay. What did it happen here? When did that happen? Okay, I was not expecting. Now let's check past the face orientation. Let's go out of local view. As we can see, the steering wheel, it's fine. But I see I'm having other things that are just playing a totally other game. Not you, but you. Okay, just like that. So we solved the face orientation problem that we had. Is not a big deal, but we have to pay attention for that, as it can mess up a lot of things, especially the normal maps. If you put normal maps on the models, they're just gonna be messed up. Like, they're pointing in another direction. So if you have one model with faces pointed forward and also backwards, that's like gonna show 2 directions for the normals. That's messing up everything. The model is just gonna look strange. Okay, now let's play with the steering wheel, and we are gonna do like the same as we've done with the circle in the middle of the steering wheel. Let me get around here. Okay, now press B. I'm gonna select all the points from this part without the middle points, just like that. Now I can get out of local view, and I can apply a mirror modifier. Mirroring point right here, and on Y. That's gonna happen on Y. Let's also check clipping. So what's that gonna do? Let me select the middle edge here. That's gonna clip the edge right in the middle where the mirroring is happening. Okay, let me adjust the points here. Let's say I'm gonna select first of these 2 polygons around this area, GY, just like that until this part. Then I'm gonna go to edges, GY, and I'm gonna slide the edges until this point. Let's just take a look at the real steering wheel, just like that. So I'm seeing here it's getting a little bit smaller. That point is getting a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna do that. Also, GY, just like that. Let me go to point selection. So I'm gonna select this point, G twice, just like that. Then I'm gonna select these points around here, G, Y. Maybe I'm gonna add one edge loop around here. And I'm gonna use that to create this sort of shape, just like that. Okay, that's pretty fine. Let's see what else we need to do with that. I see a small change into the planes here. And let's also do that. So I'm gonna go back to polygon selection, press C to select all of these polygons. That's gonna be also with those ones. I'm gonna select also on the other side these polygons, just like that. I'm gonna press I to insert the faces. Then let's adjust a little bit of the points. G twice for this one. This one is gonna be somewhere around here, just like that. Let me move this one also. I'm gonna move also this, even though it's not so visible, but you never know when it's visible. Maybe you wanna do a shot where it's visible. So it's a small detail that you are getting to the steering wheel. Okay, too much selection for this one. Okay, just like that. Then I'm gonna press E to extrude and bring flatten. That's gonna help me to do this kind of an action. Just like that's gonna be perfect. Now let's go to edge selection. So I'm gonna slide this edge around here. Then let's see. I'm gonna select these polygons here. Maybe these points. Maybe also this one, just like that. I'm gonna slide a little bit this point around here. Then let's also slide these points, just like that. Also for this part. And the last 3 polygons ready for the adjustments here. Maybe I'm gonna move also these ones as they are too close, in my opinion. Already done on the other side. Let's take a look how it's gonna look subdivided. 2 level of division for the moment, just like that. Something is happening here, but I'm gonna take a look later exactly how it's playing out there. I need to add a circle here, these 2 lines, and this line here. So let's do that. I'm gonna first put an edge loop around here. I'm gonna press Alt and then click with Alt. I'm gonna select the whole edge loop around here, then extrude and scale. I'm gonna hold Shift and I, so that's gonna scale only on Z and X axis. I do not want to scale this thing on Y axis, just like that. Okay, so everything is fine here. Then the same is gonna happen here. Maybe it's gonna be a little bit bigger, like let's say like this. Okay, same action. Select this, extrude, then scale, Shift, Y, and I'm gonna do something like that for the moment. Now let's see how I'm gonna play with those edges. Like I see they are just like that, and we have only edges like this. When I've done the test, I've just done it by the geometry, but that's not really following the model. So I'm gonna try to do something with this, but with the shearing, but I say it's not helping me too much. Okay, so I shear the model like that. Then maybe if I keep a circle and scale a little bit on Y-axis, it just scaled everything. You know what? I'm just gonna rotate on X-axis, then scale on Y, just like that. I can slide a little bit the thing like this, and that's pretty good. You know what? Like, I'm gonna press Control B. That's gonna get the bevel effect. And with that, I can add 3 edge loops instead of 1. So let's say just like that. It's fine. Let's select the middle edge and then scale. Perfect. That's just perfect. It's exactly how I want it. Now maybe I'm gonna move a little bit more these 2 edges around here and also with this edge. GY just like that. Something like that's too much for this point. Let's say that's gonna be around here. It's pretty good. Okay, so we have to do the infotainment around here and the clocks. That's gonna be pretty easy. Let me also add one solidify modifier for this part. Like, I don't like so much to see it just planar. Okay, now let's bring another cylinder, and that's gonna be 16 polygons, just like that. For the dimensions, doesn't matter much. I'm gonna adjust them on the go. Like, let's say the centered one is gonna be like this, and that's gonna sit around this area. Maybe a little bit bigger, just like this. Control A, we apply the scale, so that's gonna be a uniform scale. I'm gonna select here, and I make it just like that, as is the shape. Let's go back to normal. Okay, I'm gonna move a little bit this part, like around here, let's say. Then I'm gonna extrude until this point, and I'm gonna scale just like that, let's say. Insert the face, GX like this, then extrude again and scale like that. So it's like a turbine. I scale a little bit this side so it's much more smoother. I will select this polygon here, insert the face, then extrude on x-axis, just like that. I'm gonna scale a little bit around here. Then we can already apply shade auto smooth. Now, how it's looking, pretty good. Shift D, Y, you go here, you are a little bit smaller, just like that. GZ, GY, Shift D, Y, so you stay on the other side, around here. Okay, pretty cool. Now I'm gonna select this. Let me apply the scale first, just like that. I'm gonna select all of these 3, and for them, I'm gonna select the polygons around here. You know what? Let me go into local view so I can select the things faster, just like that. Now I can get out of local view, back to edit mode, extrude, and something like that. Perfect. That's just perfect. Maybe I'm gonna get them a little bit more on x-axis, just like that. Now let me do the infotainment. I'm gonna select these 2 polygons, just like that. Shift T, P selection. Okay, let me select that. Just like this. I'm gonna extrude first, then inset, extrude again. So I'm doing something like that. It's just something simple. It's a screen. It's not having any buttons. So that's good. What do I need to do more? Let me check. Okay, so the handles, I need to do also this. Let's keep it organized. I'm gonna select everything from here. Then I will keep Alt pressed and Shift, so I can select these edge loops around here. Shift D, P selection. Just like that. Why are you playing with me? Okay, going into local view. Just like that, with these 3 selected. Finally. Okay, with these 3 selected, I can select all of the polygons from here. And Or you know what, maybe I'm gonna just add an edge loop in the middle of them. Just like that. Shift D, you go here. Control R. Sorry. What is in my mind with Shift D? Okay, GX, just like that. A small detail. Let's also check the face orientation. Good. Pretty good. So we've done that. Then let's do also the middle part here, the horn button. I'm gonna select all of the polygons here. Shift D, P, selection, separate. That's separated. And then I'm gonna extrude. Just like that, let's say. I'm gonna scale on the 3D cursor. Let's say that's just better. Okay, so I see the shape, it's smooth. Maybe I can apply the mirror modifier for this, as it's gonna be just a circle like that. Okay, so I insert the face until this part. Let's see, that's going under, then just like that. I'm gonna insert the face, GX, just like that. Let's select this edge, Control B, so that's gonna add a bevel, Control B also for this, and that's a bevel like this. Let's also select this edge, loop around here, Shift D, P, selection, like that. Of course, that's too big. It's not like this here, but it's the fastest way that we can do that ring there, as I can just select this circle here, G twice, and now I can adjust it, and it's fitting right inside there. It's just an easy trick like that. Okay, extrude, and let's say that's gonna be until this point, just like that. Pretty cool. Okay, now something is not cool with the steering wheel. As we can see, it's on an angle, so I'm gonna put it on an angle. First off, let's also do these buttons here. I was ready to forget about them, but we are not forgetting anything around here. Just like that, I'm gonna select this polygon, Shift D, then P, selection. Okay, then I'm gonna select this edge, I'm gonna slide it around here. As I can see, it's starting from here, just like that. I'm gonna move a little bit more on y-axis with this point, like let's say here. I'm gonna scale a little bit like that. Extrude, GY, so you go to a point like that. GX, let's say around here. I'm gonna move a little bit this point, and maybe also this point, just like that. That's just much better. Let's take a look. Okay, and here I have the buttons. Let me see. So I have two buttons here, then a circle around. I'm just gonna select this polygon, Shift D, P, selection. Again, it's the same melody. Now I'm gonna put an edge loop around here and one here, just like that. I'm gonna select these two polygons, as I don't need them, just like that. Well, I'm gonna need later to do something with that, but first off, let's fix this. So I'm gonna go to edge selection. I'm gonna select this edge around here, which is not so visible. Control B, just like that. So we got this polygon, which I'm gonna delete. Face, delete, just like that. Extrude until this point. That's cool. I need to do an angle for this part. First off, let's slide a little bit the faces around here, like that, just like this. Then I'm gonna slide a little bit the faces here. First off, let me move them a little bit more on x-axis, just like that. Then I'm gonna slide them like that. Now I'm gonna select again this polygon, Shift P, selection. I will slide until here. That's gonna go here. That's here, just like that. Let's add one edge loop around here and one here. I'm gonna select these edges like that, then circle. And we get, I'm gonna scale Let me first off select everything from here, scale, just like that, and extrude. I'm gonna insert the face, just like this, GX, like this. So we have the button. Yes, something more to do to the steering wheel. I see here some buttons also, and one red button here. And I guess the red button is the most important one. I guess that's the start button. I'm not sure. Okay. So, do I have another photo? I have one close up with the steering wheel. Just like that. We can see exactly what's happening. Much better. And in a better quality. So I'm gonna select all of these polygons here. Just like that. Shift D, P selection. Okay. They're mirrored now, so that's not so helpful because we are gonna do the same object on both sides, but we can apply the mirror modifier. That's just so cool. And in this way, I can just select these polygons here, P selection, and now I have two separate objects. Let's do first that, as we just started with it. So, let's see. That's pretty simple. I'm just gonna select this edge around here, G twice. Like, I select everything from here, extrude, just like, that's pretty much it. With the object around here. Of course, we also need the buttons. We still need the buttons. 3 buttons. To be more exact. I'm gonna select also this edge here, just like that. Extrude a little bit like this, then P selection. Everything is separated. Now I'm gonna select this here. First off, let's duplicate it, just like that. And I'm gonna get rid of these edges around here. These are edges, just like that. Let's slide this point around here, like this. Now I'm gonna select these edges, Control P, I separate a little bit the things here, delete the face. We're gonna add some edge loops to every single polygon. And now let's see what we are doing. Select every exterior edge, and then go into loop tools, circles. Now I'm gonna go to radius. So let's get a smaller radius, as this is too big, just like that. I guess that's fine. So it's pretty much there. I'm gonna get more on x-axis around here. I don't need to see them now for the moment. Extrude. Let's go exactly on x-axis, just like that. So I'm gonna include the face like that, insert the face, and I make something like this. Then I'm gonna go to individual origins. Let's add like 4 edge loops. And now I'm gonna scale, just like this. So because I set it to individual origins, that's gonna make a self origin for every single button here, just like that. And that's how they look subdivided. Pretty good. Maybe 2 levels, it's overkill. Maybe I'm gonna go with 1 single level. Now we can go to the other button, the magic red button. RSHE. I guess they are driving modes. So it's not the start button. Let me see how big is that. I see it's going right from here, but it's in another way. A like that, going on y-axis around here, x just a little bit, scale on z-axis just like that. So it's something like this. Also, let's slide the points to something like that. What I've done. Okay. GY, GZ, just like this. Now I'm gonna press T twice to adjust a little bit the things here. So that's gonna look much more smooth, just like this. I need to move this a little bit more and maybe scale it a little bit, just like that. Now we are gonna do a perfect circle. So That's gonna help me more to get the circular from here. Inset, just like that. Then circle. Radius. I can get a little bit bigger, just like that. I'm gonna change the angle. Let's say like this. Maybe I can scale it a little bit more. 14. Okay, just like that. G without X. So I will put that here, let's say. That's fine. Now I can follow more the shape. Perfect. A circular shape like that. Just perfect. Now I can do an inset for this part here. I'm gonna select all the polygons here, just like that. Extrude, like this. Let's select these edges here. I'm gonna press G twice and I can slide them just like that. It's a small detail. Then I will select all the polygons here, Shift P, like that, P selection. Let's change a little bit how this is going. Like, I'm gonna make it circular. So, insert, let's end. Select everything while I rotate extrude until this point. Let's say I'm gonna scale a little bit, then insert, extrude again, Shift D, P selection. With that I can select everything and scale until this point and extrude, insert GX, just like that. So I can give a small detail to that button there. So that's how the steering wheel looks. Let's now, as I've finished everything for the steering wheel, I can select the whole thing here. Like, let me see. Okay, so just like that, now that I'm in local view, I can deselect this part and I'm gonna rotate on y-axis just like this. Let's say 12 degrees. It's fine. Now let's adjust the polygons. I'm gonna go to vertices and I'm gonna turn on snapping to face projection, just like that. So everything is gonna be properly set on the face. Already 1 hour, and I didn't even start to subdivide the things. I wish that everything was easier, but it's not so easy. Okay, let's do the handles here, and I can do that by, let me see. I'm having symmetry for these points here. In this case, if I press Shift D, that's gonna fit right here. Then P selection, just like that. Let me select that. Let's go for the edges. I'm gonna place one here, just like that. So that's gonna be thin. Let's also select then the polygons. Extrude on y-axis, just like that, but without snapping. Turn on extrude Y. Let me see. I guess that's going enough. Scale on y-axis so everything gets straight, just like this. Maybe that's a little bit too big. Like, I'm going for GZ, just like scale on z-axis, just like this. I'm gonna get that also, just like that. So I'm getting it thinner. I'm gonna put an edge loop around here. Then I'm gonna select the whole edge loop from here, just like that. GZ, something like that. Then I'm gonna scale on z-axis like this, and scale also on x-axis, just like that. Let's see how it looks. I'm having buttons to that. No, but I need to play a little bit with the shapes. I'm gonna add one edge loop, Control B until this point. Then I'm adding 2 edge loops around here, 1 edge loop here, just like that. And I'm gonna select this polygon, scale X, just like that. What happened? Okay, problem solved with the handles. Let's see how they look subdivided. Pretty fine. I just need to get this side closer to the middle. So G, Y, like that. So that's fitting inside of there. Okay, that's pretty fine. Oh, okay, 1 hour and 4 minutes. That's perfect. You know what's gonna happen? We are gonna start subdividing. First off, let me finish one small detail that I'm having here, like this ring, which we cannot miss. Extrude, scale without Y, just like that. Let me also check the middle is fine. Okay, so let's subdivide everything and make it just clear. Let me also hide this. I don't need also this. The door, it's not needed, just like that. Also this, that's not needed. Everything else, it's fine, just like that. So let's start the fun. I'm gonna start with that. So let me first off put one edge loop around here. One goes like that, one like that. Maybe I'm gonna put a small edge loop around here, and that's gonna go in this way. Let me see, I need to put something around here also, like this. I will need a solidify modifier for that, I guess. I'm not having it. If I take a look, yes. That's gonna be only rim. We don't need the faces from the other side. Unnecessary geometry. Okay. One edge loop around here. One on the other side. Let's shade this smooth. Just like that. Yes, also here we need some edge loops. Just like this. Turn on subdividing. Edge loops over edge loops. And maybe some parts don't need to level up subdivision, as that's too much for a small object. Shade smooth, just like that. Let me get into edit mode, and I'm gonna select the edges from here, just like that. Extrude, and that's gonna go on that axis, just like that, and a little bit on x-axis, just like this. Okay, that's fine. Now let's add the necessary edge loops. One here, and on. Like that. Problem solved. Let's solve also the problem here. Just like that. I'm gonna subdivide, adding one edge loop here. Here I have a shade without the smooth, which I don't need. The level of subdivision for that, I'm still thinking about that. Maybe I will leave like that. Maybe I will get only one edge loop here, just like this. I like this part, how it looks. So here I'm gonna add an edge loop, just like that. And let's add also one edge loop around here. And there's a small detail which we are having right here. Let me slide this edge around here, just like that. Let's subdivide also these pads here. One level of subdivision, it's fine for you, and also for you. So shade smooth. I'm gonna select both of them so I can work on both of them, just like that. Not too many edge loops for them. They don't need a lot of edge loops. It's just a small detail. Okay, just like that. Let's subdivide also this one level. I guess that's gonna be fine. Okay, I'm gonna put one edge loop around here and one around here, like that. Let me also shade it smooth, because I don't like how it's acting when it's not shaded smooth. Edge loops here, and edge loops here, just like that. Let's also add one here, just like this. On this side it goes like that. Let's also do it on the other side, or maybe it looks fine like this. One subdivision also for you, not too much. Shade smooth. Perfect. For this, I guess I'm not even needing add edge loops, or maybe only here on this side, just like that. is not even solidified. Here is not visible, so that's fine. Let's also subdivide these parts. For these parts, I'm not gonna subdivide. I'm just gonna bevel, but let's get a smaller bevel, like let's see, that's to 0.01, 0.5, just like that. Okay, it can get bigger. 0.4. Okay, 0.4. It's the real thing. Let me see. I'm gonna also check harden normal. So that's gonna be a small trick to trick the shading as it's a subdivided model. Okay, for this, maybe I can do the same. Maybe. So I'm gonna select this button, Control L, copy modifier, just like that. It looks good. Okay, I'm gonna go into edit mode. I'm gonna select this edge, extrude on x-axis, just like that. Let's go back into edit mode. I'm gonna enable the subdivide modifier. One edge loop around here, one here, and goes, or you know what, I don't need it. So I'm gonna add some edge loops around this area, just like that. That's perfect. We are having subdivide modifier for this. We need to add them, but it's simple. Subdivide modifier, one level, and then what we do, select every single thing that we want to get a subdivide modifier to it, and then Control L. I am getting so many notifications, just like that. So now every single thing has a subdivide modifier. Now let's play with the edge loops. Shade smooth, and shade smooth. One edge loop around here, one on the other side, and one here, just like that. Nothing too complicated. I'm gonna add edge loops also here and also inside, just like that. So we finish this part. Okay, pretty fine. I'm gonna subdivide that. One level of subdivision is fine. That's the same process on and on. So maybe I'm gonna do only the dashboard, and then the rest, you know the drill. That's it. I don't need to do a tutorial where I repeat the same action. So let's subdivide the dashboard. That's gonna be like the last thing I am doing, because I want it to be seen subdivided. Okay, so this goes here. That's gonna go. Let me process that. I'm gonna put one edge loop around here and one here, just like that. Any other thing? I guess not. Or yes, I'm gonna add one edge loop around this area, just like that. Then maybe I will add an edge loop around here because I need it, and also one here. Any other extra edge loops on this part, just like that? Here, no. And one more around here, and on this part also, just like that. So that's the subdivided dashboard. The rest of it is gonna be done after. So next tutorial is gonna be with materials. The most rated tutorial, I guess, because I saw a lot of you are liking learn how to build materials in Blender and tech and a lot of things. That was the tutorial. Hopefully you enjoyed it, guys. The model is gonna be available on my Patreon account for the Patreons. And if you enjoyed the tutorial, please leave me a like, subscribe, and comment if you have any questions. How your model is doing. Bye.